Today on Crypto Talk, BIP91 has been signaled for. BIP148. That's another set of letters and numbers. I don't even really know what all this stuff means, people. I'm going to just be dead honest with you, but I just think it's good. Segwit seems like it's probably going to be good. I don't know, though. I don't know. Maybe it'll be everyone can spend and we'll all lose our coins. Also today, Alpha Bay indictment released. Handsome markets where people flooded after Alpha Bay also go down. Law enforcement reveals it was a honeypot. Since June 20th, they've been collecting data on vendors and users. You are all doxxed by law enforcement. Not really, though. We'll get into that again. So, let's start right away with segwit. Calm my voice down for a sec. So BIP148 was looking like it's going to hit on August 1st. So instead, the miners now all signal BIP91, which basically means they're running scared. But we still got to keep the pressure up. But they're scared. They're shook. Jihan's tweeting. He always tweets when he's shook. He's only on Twitter when he's trying to push an agenda, of course. The guy's just only about money. He's not about having like a project that works or anything. If he could just like destroy Bitcoin and get like 100 billion, he'd just be like, fuck yeah. Fuck all these other people. I'm Jihan. Fuck them. Alright, fair enough. You know, the guy's out for himself. That's allowed. But like, you gotta protect yourself. You have to protect yourself. Yeah, cruising with Bitcoin. But anyway, like I'm saying, you gotta protect yourself. Which means, you know, we can change proof of work if we have to. Like, if this guy really wants to get... If this guy really wants to fuck, we can fuck. Okay? Like, we'll change proof of work. There goes all their fucking ASICs. Useless now. Like, we can do that as users, literally. It's not going to be fun because it's going to drop the hash rate. And you never want to do that unless you have to. But, like, fuck. This is a thing that we're doing what the fuck we want, okay? We're not doing what you tell us. We're doing what the fuck we want, and that is final. Okay? We're not fucking little kids anymore. But yeah, it looks like everyone's partying. We got these people out in Las Vegas. So we will see what happens. It's probably going to get more intense. It's just going to get more bluffs, more fucking bullshit for the next couple months. The big thing is what's going to happen in November with segwit2x, which we're going to do everything we can to see that not happen. We do not want to lose such talented devs as we have. Obviously, all devs are welcome, but you got to be good. And Garzik is just, who knows what he's doing now. It's like he forgot how to dev. This guy was one of the top contributors, and now it's like clear sellout. You just call it like it is. These guys are all fucking sellouts. Garzik doesn't even care about transactions being anonymous anymore. It's like the fucking the Big Lebowski when he's like, well, you know, there's a lot of facets to this, a lot of interested parties. Like, everyone's just interested in themselves at the end of the day. So, you know, I can understand it, you know, but I don't have to respect it. But I can understand it. He's out for himself. He's running a company that's looking to track things through the blockchain for the government. Okay, good for you, pal. Do your thing. Get a paycheck. Whatever you gotta do, buddy. But I don't have to run code that you fucking write. Okay? That's a fucking option I have as a user. Alright. Let's get into this darknet market being all going down. Like, basically, three of the four biggest darknet markets have gone down in the past couple days. And basically, first, I mentioned this in an earlier video. We heard Alpha Bay with Alpha 02, aka Alexander Kazes, got busted. He killed himself in a Thai jail cell. So here's the forfeiture complaint versus him. It details that there was an email address called pimpalex91@hotmail.com that was included in the header in an Alpha Bay welcome email from 3 years ago, which law enforcement got a hold of, and they were able to trace that by subpoenaing Hotmail, and they found that it was linked to Alexander Kazes, and then as well, they found a post in 2008 by someone named Alpha 02 who also said their name was Alexander Kazes. So really bizarre there that he would end up choosing that name again. I'm sure he must not have remembered, but really weird. I mean, was it the type of thing where his subconscious just completely blocked it out and he thought it was a name that he'd never used before? It's just insane that, you know, this was his name on the forums of Alpha Bay, Alpha 02, for a while until he got changed to admin. So I guess it seems like maybe he Googled it and saw this and saw that he could be doxxed this way. I don't know. We can only speculate now. We'll never know. So, but just absolutely bizarre that they got him this way. And then I don't know how they got Hansa, but apparently Hansa seized and taken over since June 2nd. So they passed on 10,000 foreign addresses of Hansa market buyers to other law enforcement officials. So if you bought on Hansa, you're basically, and you did not PGP correctly, which a lot of people don't do as customers, your address has now been passed on to local law enforcement, unfortunately. So they modified the source code, but they got a lot of PGP encrypted order information too, which, as far as I know, PGP still hasn't been broken, so that should be all right. And then IP addresses through Tor shouldn't be traceable. So it's weird that they came out with this whole seizure. Obviously, this is it's a dark day it's a black day for freedom. Dark day for anyone who wants to, you know, just participate in this stuff, which it's obviously illegal, but a lot of people were doing it. You know, I'm sure they're not all evil people. Like, it's not all just a black and white thing. Like, there's a lot of gray areas here. So basically, a bunch of small-time gangsters just got taken down by some bigger-time gangsters. It's really what it is. I mean, we're really basically living in anarchy. I'm just interested in how the U.S. and the Dutch government are basically the ones who seized the money. $8.8 million worth from Alpha Bay and $2.5 million from Hansa. I guess Alpha Bay was 10 times bigger than Silk Road was at the time it got busted. So obviously huge news. Jeff Sessions is talking about it, the Attorney General of the country. So again, this is just people saying we can seize this, so we're gonna. But it's unclear if Tor's been compromised. Someone down here was saying Tor was, or someone on the Reddit Darknet Markets was saying Tor was compromised, but it's still unclear. Because it's possible that it's just poor OPSEC that got this Dream and Hansa, these other two markets. So it's still unclear. They've been compromised since June. They've both just been honeypots since then for law enforcement, and you could see vendors were saying like they weren't able to cash out of here, so it makes sense now. Like one vendor said, actually, they were like, the fucking admin of the site was like, if you download this file to your computer, withdrawals will be enabled. Like, how dumb could you be? Like, obviously that means something's up. They're trying to get you to download something to your computer which would reveal your identity. At that point, you just gotta forfeit the money. Hopefully no one was that dumb to actually try to get their money that way from the site. Oh boy. But yeah, they're down. Apparently Dream, there's an IP Guessing this is a modified source code because the IP is just redirecting to a ClearNet IP now, but it's still unclear. Maybe this was just poor coding on their part from the beginning. So basically, you want to avoid all markets right now if you ever traded on these dark nets, because it's unclear what's going to happen now. Hansa was big because when Alphabet got busted for a couple days, people were streaming to Hansa. They did a couple things. First, they were advertising Hansa in like articles on like magazines and stuff where they were saying like Alphabet got busted. It's saying, oh, people are flooding to Hansa. It mentioned it specifically by name, which was suspicious at the time. Like, why would they mention another darknet market by name? Now it makes perfect sense because they wanted as many people to go to it as possible. It's almost entrapment. If you're just like a random person, you read that article and you're like, oh, hey, Hansa market, hey, that sounds good. I'll order something. Go on there, and now you're busted. You never even would have looked up these dark markets if it wasn't for that stupid article. But that's a pretty rare case. I'm guessing most people already know about this stuff. Silk Road was a big story when it got busted, so obviously this is going to be a huge story. This is going to be in mainstream news big time once it hits. Again, 8.8 million seized from Alphabet worth of cryptocurrency, 2.5 million from Hansa. Alexander Cases had quite a bit of money as well. You can see. Oh, and he was trying to purchase $2 million worth of real estate in Cyprus and $400K worth in Antigua, both to get citizenship. Very interesting. But here we can see right here. Let's go up to the top though, actually. Oh no, I'm getting the loading screen of death. I'll wait we'll let that load for a sec. So the hidden site has been seized and controlled. This is the Hansa front page now. And I saw a screenshot somewhere. I wish I could find it. It showed the users. But it's weird. I actually cannot find that right now. It's crazy. But yeah, they're down. So, but yeah, so again, remember kids, crime doesn't pay. So anyway, just to conclude, just to wrap things up, in conclusion, crime doesn't pay. And this Alphabet founder had 4 mansions and 23 million in net worth and a Lamborghini and a Porsche. Wonder if anyone is going to try to start one of these. Will remain to be seen if anyone else will try to make that kind of money. Think they might. 2013 Lamborghini, Porsche Panorama, both registered to Alexander Cases. May he rest in peace. So guys, guess that's about it. Again, there's going to be a lot to talk about these next couple days. That's why I had to get this new mic. And here, this is straight out of Star Wars, this mic. You can see this thing. Oh. But yeah, glad to bring you this this info, although it's not really great info today. Well, some of it is, but again, just stay vigilant, be paranoid. Well, be careful. You know, some people call it paranoia, but it's really just being careful. Be careful and protect yourself, whatever you're doing in life. And yeah, stay safe out there, people. This is Crypto Talk, signing out.